for free. Acres, solutions for every field.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and Koppel's big summer sales event is kicking off into high gear with lots of fantastic offers still going on. We've got 0.9% interest rates and trade-in bonuses on select new models. I know it all sounds too good to be true, but yes, 0.9% interest rates right now at Koppel. Also, we're ramping up our back-to-school vehicles, and our pre-owned inventory is filling fast. We've got great new pre-owned and GM-certified units ready to roll, so stop on by the dealership or online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see areas of patchy fog this morning. Otherwise, we'll see partly sunny skies. The rest of the day, we'll see a high around 84. Tonight, a slight chance of showers. Otherwise, mostly cloudy skies are expected. A low around 64. And tomorrow, mostly sunny skies return with a high around 85. The meteorologist Kyle Buckner for 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com.
Coming at you live from the 93.7 The Ticket studio in the heart of Lincoln, America. And online at theticketfm.com. This is the Junior Achievement Hour.
All right, welcome into Ticket Weeknights. I am Harrison Arns pushing the ones and twos, and this is the Junior Achievement Hour here on Ticket Weeknights. We got repeat guest Keely Waters joining us again for the second time, and first-time guest Mike O'Neill, both in studio with us today. Going to talk about all sorts of great things about junior achievements. And again, if you guys want to join the show, Sutter Heyman text line 402-464-5685. And we're streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Allo channel 951 if you want to get your questions in there or put a face to the voice. Great way to do so. But guys, how's it going? Bringing it in here. I know nice trip getting in here. Second time, but first time for you, Mike. Are you excited to kind of talk about junior achievements and what we got going on?
Sure am.
And then if you wouldn't mind, just real quick, move your mic a little closer there to you. Perfect. You know, get it right up to your mouth. That way we can all hear each other nice and clear. But nonetheless, I do kind of want
problem.
So just to kind of bring things in to begin with, Mike, I want to start with you. What kind of stuck out to you when you were first getting involved with junior achievements? You know, what was that sign to you that this is a good cause and I want to get involved in this?
Well, I started, I, after college, moved to Lincoln, got my first job at First National Lincoln, which is now U.S. Bank.
Mm-hmm.
And the entry-level professional folks were volunteered for junior achievement. And so it was back then it was the high school program where they pull 20 kids together,
right,
and build a product, decide who's going to be president, marketing, etc., the whole 9 yards.
Okay.
And so I ended up doing that for 2 years. It was a lot of fun. I was also a small town. My hometown is Pleasanton, just north of Kearney.
Mm-hmm.
And so coming from a small town and into Lincoln, and we were tasked with kids at Lincoln High. So it was a whole different world there.
Yeah, absolutely. I know what you mean. I'm a small town myself, population of 1,600, and I came to Lincoln. It's always sad when, you know, my anxiety for traffic hit in Lincoln. That's pretty small.
It's a real issue.
Yeah. And then you get to Minneapolis and you're like, okay, I'm not even in the big pond yet. No. So it takes a while. But anyway, you said that early on, you know, some things that you were having a really fun time with. What were those things early on that you came in there, had a really good time with, but you weren't necessarily expecting that?
Like I said, it was just interacting with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
And that's been it the whole time. After that first iteration, I didn't get back into junior achievement until right around 1999, 2000.
Okay.
And that by that time, everything had kind of flipped over and we were all in the classroom and doing classes from kindergarten up through and even high school classes, et cetera. So
early on, did you kind of see that vision? Like this thing's growing and it's going to be all over pretty soon.
Yeah, no, you go in the classrooms and the kids kids really enjoy it.
That's awesome.
It's the back and forth with the kids. Sometimes you have your product, you have your layout, and you're starting to teach stuff, and the questions they ask take you on maybe a little bit different tangent, but you understand that they're understanding what you're trying to get across, because they're taking a step, like 1 or 2 steps beyond what you have to present to them too.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when that happens, that's a lot of fun because I'm learning as much as the kids are learning as well. So
absolutely. And then I'll throw it to you before we kind of dive into some of those activities you do and what you teach those kids, because I do want to dive into that. Those junior achievement kids, they tend to do pretty well once it's all said and done with high school. So I want to dive into that later. But real quick, Keely Waters in studio with us. What was kind of your story? I know you're in here for another episode, but just in case those who missed it, what was kind of the door opening for you to get into junior achievements?
Yeah, so I've been working for Junior Achievement for 2 years now, so I've been in it for a couple of years. But I also was a small town kid, so I wasn't really exposed to it as a kid or a student at all. But when I first started working, going out of college, I really wanted to work with kids, didn't really know in what capacity. I tried going into education in college, was not my jam, but I loved that idea. So obviously, like, Junior Achievement is a really good mix of being in front of kids, but not, all day, every day. But yeah, I worked for another nonprofit for a while, and then had heard about Junior Achievement just because it is fairly well known in the nonprofit world, and just loved all the programming, and love that it's K through 12 as well, and then applied, and here I am. So
do you guys have a preference, K through 12? No wrong answers here, but I'm always just kind of curious.
Oh, most everybody will, and where we get the most volunteers is for the younger grades and stuff. But and lately I've been doing a lot more like 4th, 5th, 6th grades. Sometimes it's just you're not sure what you're going to get.
Yeah.
But like I said, they'll take you different directions on from the stuff that you're teaching, and that's probably makes it more worthwhile than anything. But most everybody will tell you that they enjoy the younger kids.
Yeah, I can see that, especially when you're kind of breaking down some of those terms. The older you get, at least for me, I don't know if I'd have all the answers when I start getting to those seniors.
Absolutely.
I'd be better off answering some 4th graders.
By the time we get up into the high school ages, more of that is more geared towards what I've taught in the high school. It was called Titan.
Okay.
And it was basically just a game. It was a game where you created a product, sold it, you had to manufacture, and so you had to build your buildings, decide what price, what type, or what are you going to put extra things onto the product, or keep it a very simple product and sell it for the cheap, as we used to say, the Walmart and the Cadillac versions.
Yeah.
Walmart, where you make you leave it as plain Jane as possible and sell it for the lowest price you can, and as many as you can sell. And then the upper level ones with all the add-ons on it.
So let's dive into kind of what you guys are teaching, because a lot of the classes that you guys do teach, for those students, all those sessions that you get at a time, there's some of the classes that I think I would love to have, because it took me until after high school when I realized, like, man, I could have started a lot of this business stuff when I'm in high school, college. I don't need to wait till I'm done with college and everything. And I think you guys nail that really well, teaching these kids like, hey, you can get ahead of this now. So what are, what is some of the curriculum? What are you guys trying to teach to those kids when you're going in there? Obviously you got more than one category, but what's kind of some of your main goals you want them to know?
Yeah, Kennedy and I, so the other program coordinator, Kennedy, every time we talk about the programs, we kind of introduce them as things you wish you would have known before life kind of got a hold of you as an adult. So yeah, I mean, obviously financial literacy is huge, and not everybody has the experience of having a mentor to show them how to budget things and, make big purchases and do all of that kind of stuff. So, I mean, financial literacy is huge. Another aspect of that is work readiness. So do you know how to get a job? Can you put together a resume, interview well, and, everything with that. And then obviously that entrepreneurship piece is huge.
We take
as well.
the resume piece goes down into 4th or 5th, I think 5th grade for sure.
Yeah, 5th grade
Where-
starts it.
Yeah.
hmm
Talking about that, because some of those kids, like I tell those kids, some of you are going to be doing things, some, babysitting, whatever it is, that where the neighbor's paying you to mow the lawn, you're making money on this. That's job. That's something you can put on a resume, things that you're doing. If you're doing it for free, doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Still put it on the,
Yeah.
because you're through that, you're doing something and you're going that way.
Yeah, even just the idea of doing a resume at that age, it just kind of tells you, because
Yeah.
I think I'd have this light bulb go in my head, be like, wait, every time I want a job, I'm gonna have to show them a piece of paper that says all my accomplishments. Like, I might want to work on that resume a little bit.
The one that used to kind of whack me out a little bit was like the junior high. It was like 7th grade, or we're playing a game
Mm-hmm.
to teach, but the game was about your credit scores.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Okay.
still do that. That is
Yeah,
still,
yeah.
yeah.
Pull
Uh-huh.
the card up. I checked out loan information at 5 banks. My credit score goes down by
Mhm.
10 points. And
Uh-huh.
I'm like, parents need to be.
Yeah.
Parents would be going, oh, real? Oh,
Uh-huh. Yeah, I've taught that program, and it's
Yeah.
a humbling experience to look through the guide and you're like, oh, I should have known that
Yeah.
before I'm like doing this in front of kids.
I might
So.
ask you guys for that sheet after the
Yeah,
show here,
yeah.
so I can make sure I'm crossing my T's, dot my I's.
but it's the financial literacy stuff starts from the get-go. And I think one of the core things we teach, and starts kindergarten, 1st or 2nd grade, needs and wants.
Mhm.
Needs and wants. I need clothes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need $200 pair of jeans. I need I need food. I don't need a $50 steak. You
Right.
know, it's and then that dovetails into the budgeting, et cetera,
Mhm.
too. But getting kids onto that wavelength of need and want is, for me, that's the basis of each of the classes as it goes up.
Oh, that's incredible that you guys are teaching that too, because I mean, especially today, which is why I think what you guys are doing is really important. It's not crazy to see they do a really good job of taking money and relativity and just really pushing those apart. It's really hard
Mhm.
to tell, what is this shirt actually worth? It's marked down 20%. Is this still a good deal, or what is it actually worth? And you got all these gimmicks everywhere you go. You got credit cards with X amount of dollars, and it goes on and on and on. Venmo cards.
Yeah.
There's just so many ways to spend
Yeah.
money now. To have a real understanding of the relativity of what that money actually is. And like you were saying, you want $200 pair of jeans or a full set of clothes.
Right.
Mhm.
Right. But part of the Venmo, et cetera, that's back to me learning again. That's back to me learning again. Like I said, some of the 5th graders they've got their own phones.
Mhm.
And so it's amazing what they are they're doing and how they're doing things and stuff. So
Yeah,
they bring
what's,
a whole different perspective to stuff.
What's the
Mhm.
reception you get from those classrooms? Because I know myself at that point in time, I think I definitely would have been interested. Definitely would have been giving you my ear in there. What is kind of that reception? Are those kids pretty excited to kind of do these activities you have set out for them and learn a little bit about, how they should save and spend their money?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm biased towards the programs, but I think just how the curriculum is set up it's meant to be fun. So
Mhm.
there's, like you said, you're playing a game, but you're still learning about, whatever it would be, credit scores or, and I think, yeah, just because it is something that they definitely are going to use at some point in life. Like I know even as a student, as a kid, I was always like, but when am I going to use this? When I'm out in the world. And it's very easy for them to make the association of, well, I know I'm going to
Yeah.
need to know how to budget and I have to know these things. So I think they really do get into it.
Yeah. Am I really going to need math? Yes.
Yeah.
Every day.
Mhm.
Every day.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely. It's one of those things that, again, I think you're not wrong when you say some adults wouldn't
Oh.
hurt spend some time in the classroom.
no, and some of the adults would enjoy it too.
Mhm.
And how we teach it. And that's why it's trying to get more volunteers in. It's like, they're like, but I don't know what I would. You do know. We give you if you're reading through and you're walking through, like I said, the kids help you through it because they'll ask the questions that you can answer from your own background.
Absolutely.
And so it helps that way.
And it is a good cause, like you say. So if you want someone who wants to offer support, wants to teach a class, what does that process look like? Do they go to the website? Did they give you guys this office a phone call? And then from that point on, what does that setup look like before they actually start teaching?
Yeah. So, easiest way is our website, lincoln.ja.org, if you want to volunteer. But yeah, that website, there's a direct, you can fill in all of your information, and then an email gets shot to me and the other program coordinator on staff. And then we reach out from there, or obviously, calling is always great too. But from there, you'll hear from one of us and we get you set up with a training. It's always a one-on-one thing. So it's with me or Kennedy, and you really go in depth through, here's how you use your guide. Here's how you use all the materials. Here's how you classroom manage and all of these different things. And then they're on their way. So
it looks like you guys got a pretty streamlined process. So how long does that window usually take? Once you kind of start doing all the paperwork, have that sit down, and then, you kind of plug them in right away once it's available, once it's all done?
Yeah, we kind of throw them in there. I promise it's fun. Yeah, I promise it's fun, and it's not as scary as what it sounds. But generally, when people ask to volunteer, we find them a class before we do the training, so then we can really go through that specific class that they're going to be teaching. So, some volunteers will sign up for a class that's a month from the time we talk to them, or maybe it's the next week, or it's really up to them how early they want to get into it. But
or you've called me on.
Yeah, I've
Thursday
also
for a class starting on Monday.
Yeah.
Yep. God, we're really sure.
Yeah.
What grade again?
The existing volunteers.
The existing.
You help
ones.
each other out.
Oh yes.
Okay.
It's and like I said, the hard part is getting them in. Once they do it, for the most part, they're kind of hooked. We start with the kindergarten. Is that the neighborhood?
I think Bud was talking about they had a neighborhood and milk cartons where they're building a whole town together, and then
that might be first grade.
That one is third grade.
Third grade
is the little city one. The kindergarten is JA ourselves, where they go through needs and wants, and knowing what kind of jobs their families do and all of that. But it's like that, but on a very simple scale.
Okay.
And it just builds up like our. I'm trying to remember if I'm region, and there's one of them's international.
It through so kindergarten, they start with JA ourselves is the name of it, and then first grade is families, so they look at different families. Second grade is community, so they get a little bit bigger. Third grade is city, fourth grade's region, and then fifth grade is nation. So it's like kind of starting with individually, their kind of experience, and then going into national type of business. So
just kind of it builds up each year. So and the kids remember remember from the previous years. So
I like that. But slowly kind of build up that financial literacy, and also just kind of personal responsibility, things you can do to kind of start your own business.
You're going through the dry stuff, where you're teaching off of the book and the opportunities that they have. But JA has done a great job of throwing in a game or two games to kind of, one, make it fun, to make sure they're into it, and then two, that they're learning while they're playing that game.
Absolutely. And then one more question before we go to break here. I know you guys said we're talking about what's it like to get plugged in. For those who are maybe have a little bit of anxiety about signing up, thinking about that first day, how would, not just junior achievement, but how do the public schools around, I know they're also kind of an aid anyways, like they're not just shutting the door on you and say, hey, good luck for an hour, I'm heading out. How do those guys work with you, and has that support been for you guys?
Yeah, LPS has been great. Every time I train a volunteer, I always tell them, you're never going in a class that doesn't want you there. So I think that helps a lot of anxiety. Like even myself, when I first started teaching, I knew I would have to do it all the time for my job, and I was terrified to do it. But But yeah, the teachers are there the entire time you're in the classroom, so they are able to help with, anything that pops up, and they're always really excited to just get a different experience in the classroom. So
And for the most part, a lot of them will make that connection. Like I've gone to Wysong Elementary 5th grade class, and so I've worked with the same teacher for probably 4 years now. Others have gotten into that mode where they have the teacher that likes that, so they're used to working with them. But if I'm going in cold into a classroom where we swap emails, we'll ask questions back and forth. How many kids?
So you got plenty of support.
Yes.
So you're not walking in there
asking,
unknowingly.
You're asking what are the classroom rules? Because I don't want to break classroom rules when I walk in either. But if the kids start to get a little out of step one way or the other, the teacher's still there to help out with that and pull them back in and keep them focused with you.
Okay.
So that part has been fantastic. The teachers are really great to work with. Like I said, they like the fact that they don't have to be up in front, laser focused throughout the 5 1-hour classes that we're doing in the grade schools.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I wanted to bring that up, because it does feel like not only do you have good support within your team, there's good support by LPS and just good support around the community. I think a lot of people love what you guys do, and it shows by how many schools are willing to get you guys in the classroom. I'm sure they love it when they see you guys pulling up.
What did we hit? 31, or did we hit 32,000 this year on the?
Oh geez, I don't know on the student count.
Is what
30,
you guys are at?
31. It was
around there for the student count.
30 student count, 31,000 students.
Is that a record for you guys?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Man, oh my gosh.
That's a pretty big number. I'm so impressed.
It is. And like I said, LPS has been a very big supporter of it. And we've added more and more in the middle schools. And then the high school classes, there's a certain class that they go. I haven't done that particular one, but we make sure we're getting into as many classrooms as possible. We have the schools that have, and there's a number of them that are 100% participation in junior achievement. So
that's incredible.
Yeah, like they call those super schools.
Super schools, yeah. Kindergarten through 5th, the grade schools, kindergarten through 5th grade. Every class has had junior achievement in it.
Yeah.
Well, that could be a great thing, and we'll talk about that later. After we go to break here, because you definitely got some stats to back up why that doesn't hurt. To have 100% through junior achievements through your school year. But nonetheless, we'll go to break here. This is the Junior Achievement Hour. That's Keely Waters, Mike O'Neill. I'm Harrison Arns pushing the 1s and 2s. We'll throw it to break here and be back in just a little bit.
H&H Roofing, established in 2015, is proud to serve the local area, which includes the tri-state area in Nebraska, Iowa, and South Dakota. H&H Roofing has a professional team that are licensed and bonded, GAF Master Certified Installers, and an insurance-preferred contractor that will work directly with your insurance company. Also a leading roofer, siding, and gutter specialist. H&H Roofing will service all residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Go to HandHroofs.com for more information or call 402-359-2546.
Our Remington Homes has really expanded and taken off in the last 5 years.
Bob Benish of Aspen Builders, talking about their exciting new division, Remington Homes, which makes the home building process easier and more affordable.
The exciting thing about a Remington home is you get to choose your floor plan from predetermined floor plans. You can select your options. We give you a lot of choices. By selecting certain floor plans, they're just easier to build. And you couple that with our great lot selection in all different areas. People do not want to be married to their house payment. They want to get a nice house with nice finishes in a great area for an affordable price. And that's what Remington Homes are all about.
Home building is easier with a Remington home from Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at remingtonlincoln.com. remingtonlincoln.com.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers, and if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Don't allow uninvited guests to take over your home. Trust Bats to Rats for a peaceful and rodent-free living space.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday, and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapeSupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Are you ready to upgrade your combine? Don't wait. Act now to choose from the widest selection of used combines at Acres Equipment. Acres, Nebraska's leading John Deere combine dealer, is offering 2.9% interest for 60 months on over 100 pre-owned combines. Each combine includes our A-plus uptime program to keep you running flawlessly throughout harvest season. Go to acres.com to view a huge inventory of low-hour, late-model equipment. Find what you like, and we'll deliver to your farm for free. Acres, solutions for every field.
It's a new era for Nebraska football with a new head coach. Gear up for the season with 93.7 The Ticket's coverage of Big Ten Media Days. Live from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis on July 26th and 27th. Jay Foreman, Amon Green, Vershawn Jackson, Terrell Farley, Derek Pearson, Steve Sipple, and Jake Sorensen will be in Indy for our shows on Wednesday and Thursday. Coverage of Big Ten Media Days is brought to you by Ben Bleicher of Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador Real Estate, Gary Michaels Clothiers, Warhorse Gaming, A1 Automotive, and the 1890 Initiative.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings. Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Now, back to the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back into Ticket Weeknights. I am Harrison Arns, pushing the ones and twos. We got Keely Waters and Mike O'Neill from Junior Achievement in studio here with us across the table. And again, if you guys want to join the show, start our Heyman text line 402-464-5685. And you can watch us streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Allo channel 951. Great way to put a face to the voice. You can also comment on those streams as well. But moving on here, on this segment, I do kind of want to focus on some of the good that Junior Achievements does and, why it's just kind of a good thing to have around. And if you're, you're thinking about being a teacher and you want to impact young lives and you're not sure how to do it, you heard it here first. They give you a packet. If you're worried about your education, if you're able to do it, these guys kind of guide you all the way through it. There's just a lot of good things. So first that I want to point out that this is just some surveys off your guys' own website. And again, you guys can go to lincoln.ja.org to get that information there. And they have a nice little PDF file for you to kind of track all the good things. So over 91% of kids through Junior Achievements feel motivated to learn. So after they do that, do you guys kind of see that in the classroom after the lesson's done, that engagement with those students?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I referee soccer and youth soccer. So sometimes I'll tell the kids that I go into a classroom, if you see me, please come up, tell me, I teach a lot of kids, but come up and tell me. And I will have kids that, yeah, I had you 2 years ago. And, and that, hey, Mr. O'Neill. Yeah. It's kind of like, oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, no, that the kids are really good about it. And like I said, if you keep them engaged, and like the JA with the games being part of it too, it really keeps them engaged, and they're not just sitting there looking at the book or at their screens now, which everything is kind of changed over quite a bit for within the schools, but for JA as well when we're going in.
Absolutely. And I want to highlight that because 91% motivated me to learn, and that's from the people part of Junior Achievements. Because I remember I'd taken accounting classes in high school. I wouldn't be part of that percentage if that was the case. So that kind of tells you right there that what you guys are doing, there's activities, there's some real engagement things going on. It's not just reading a textbook like you were saying. Next that I want to bring on, this one just kind of makes my jaw drop. So the percentage in their dream career. So this is after they're done with Junior Achievements, after a few years, 25% is the average American. So about 1 in every 4 people says, I got my dream job, dream career. 69, almost 70% of kids in Junior Achievements end up with their quote unquote dream career. What do you kind of credit to that? Is that just you teaching them, the resume, the importance of getting a head start early, that accountability, that financial literacy to help you out down the road? I guess what do you credit that to? Because you guys aren't teaching their dream career, you're just teaching them financial literacy and entrepreneurship.
Yeah, I think it's a mix of the actual program. So going through the resume and talking about all of that, I think that's a mix of it. But I think the bigger part of that is the volunteer being a community member. Obviously I love the programs, but I think having different backgrounds brought to your attention of, hey, you could do this at some point, or even just I feel like every time I teach a class, I'm like, no, you could do that. How would we go about, that path? So if a kid is really, gung-ho about a certain career path, it's like, all right, cool. How do we actually put that into play and get you started towards that? So, I think the community member engagement is a big part of showing them different opportunities and actually making it happen with the programs.
One of the things, 4th and 5th, like I said, I've been teaching 4th and 5th. Entrepreneurship is talked about. Like I said, my first word is that I want to stress that I hope your teacher doesn't use that as a spelling word, but we talk about entrepreneurship, and we talk about you could be the person that runs the company, or you can be the person that works for the person that runs the company.
Absolutely.
It's up to you and how you do. We talk about innovation and changes. That some of the best conversations I've had has been about talking about innovation and explaining what kind of innovations, and was talking about going from phonograph to LP albums to cassette tapes to what's on your phone now. Yeah, I said we didn't have that. You had to go down and pick out an album to listen to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But here somebody made that change and made that change to that product. And one of the projects is to take a product and see if you can make it better, or if you can improve it in some sort.
Yeah, that's just another one quick stat here before we move on, just on top of that entrepreneurship, like you're saying. So when it comes to entrepreneurship, more than half of the Junior Achievement alumni report that they have started or owned a business or multiple businesses at least once in their life. So you're looking at 54%.
Yeah.
That's a pretty high number of kids. Out of every 2 kids, one of those is going to be a business owner at some point in time.
And for the ticket, one of our biggest pushers for Junior Achievement is Mark Cuban.
Okay.
Huge about how Junior Achievement impacted his life.
That's incredible. So the owner of the Dallas Mavericks.
Oh yeah, you can,
is it Junior Achievement? Did he grow up doing Junior Achievement?
Yes.
Tell everyone right there, billionaire Mark Cuban, NBA owner.
Yeah, we're
Junior
really big deal.
Shark.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
no, I did not know
the Shark.
Yeah, and the Shark. That's right.
Yeah. So yeah, no. I've quoted it or posted his quotes about Junior Achievement more than a couple times, but yeah, no, he's been effusive in his praise of the Junior Achievement and the program and how it got him into pushing forward on what he's been able to do.
That's incredible. You get a guy like Mark Cuban to represent your company. That's gonna help quite a bit.
Oh yeah. There's more than that. You know, I've seen a lot more than that, but they've been talking about how Junior Achievement has.
Well, it makes sense, right? Like, it's just like I was saying before at the beginning of the show. It's like the idea of entrepreneurship did not cross my brain until I was, maybe 22, 23, to be honest. And at that point, I was like, well, I'm at the ticket. I think I'm set here for a while. But nonetheless, I remember watching a guy that in college, all he did, he made a deal with a pizza company. And then when it got late at night, when college kids were, walking a little wobbly out of the bars, they would just bump music with lights and serve pizzas on a contract they had with a pizza delivery guy. And they made so much money. And it's this super easy idea. And maybe if I had that crossed my mind at one point in time, I could have thought something forward. But again, it's just that early investment of teaching these kids, like, hey, you can kind of start taking control of your life now. You don't have to wait down the road. Have you guys had any just really awesome stories that you saw develop in your own classrooms of kids, kind of already taking a step forward, maybe not starting their own business, but just saying some really, impressive observations even?
Yeah, I mean, I had a class last spring. So in 4th grade, we talk about entrepreneurs is kind of when you first start getting more into depth about that. And the day prior, we had just gone through different resources. So knowing the resources that are around you and how that might affect you actually starting a business that's going to survive in whatever region you're in. And obviously, like, this is not a huge concept that's like outside of the scope of a student, but their little group in the class did a lemonade stand that night. So pretty, normal thing for a student to do. But they came back and were like, oh my gosh, Mrs. Waters, we got this much profit and here's our revenue. There was a little bit and like talked about all of the kind of like vocab that we went through about profit and loss and revenue.
There was a hot dog game.
Yeah, that they learn all of that.
Okay, you're buying 5 hot dogs or you buy 5 hot dogs for 50 cents a piece. And then what you have to do, and then you're going to sell it for $2.
Yep.
So you make,
and you're kind of like
however much
making
profit,
your
or
menu
you at a
too,
loss.
It was a dice game, but it does on that.
It is, it's
but
like
it does teach them to here's your gross, your net, what you have to pay, and then where you end up with your profit. So
yeah, they have like a little sheet that takes them through basically how to do the math of knowing if you made money or not. And they use the same sheet for their little lemonade stand. And we're like, hey, it worked for this too. And I'm like, yeah, it does. That's awesome. So yeah, pretty simple experience. But I mean, it was cool to see them actually put those, bigger concepts into even something as simple as a lemonade stand. And then they were excited because it was like, oh, we made money. Maybe we can do something else. And yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, I think that says a lot about what you guys are teaching too, right? It's applicable even as you get older. You can keep breaking down those same formulas you learn maybe when you're junior high, 6th grade, and it just kind of keeps working forward for you. What are some of the more, as a last question here before we go to our final break, but just one is one of your guys' more favorite activities that you remember doing that really got the classroom in a frenzy, or you got a couple?
You got a few. Mike's like, I got this taken care of. Don't worry.
Second grade.
Oh, was it the
what's the second
the
grade
donut?
one?
Yeah, I was like, I already know what it's gonna be.
It's the donut game. It was for for
Break
years.
this down for me, the donut game.
It was, we were talking about chain.
It's like an assembly line type.
You either do an assembly line or putting one person putting together. So you had the stickers to put on top and of the,
like all the ingredients,
all the ingredients, etc. And you would have the kids, 2 kids doing, or like one at a, they're doing everything, or you had a group of 5 in a row that were doing each deal. Task
Okay, so you got assembly line versus
to show how many can do it, and some of the volunteers got into the point of bringing in donuts when they were doing.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, it's donut day.
So the kids all really love that because you can buy them with donuts. I could have been bought with donuts when I was in 2nd grade, I'm sure. So
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's my old basketball coach used to always buy us in with donuts. He'd be like, "Hey, we're gonna have a morning shoot around at 5 a.m. but I'm bringing donuts." It's the easy way to get the kids in. But nonetheless, we got to go to our final break here, and if we got time, maybe go through a couple more stories because I'd imagine the donut game got pretty competitive at certain points. If I'm one of those individually building my own donut, I think I'm going to be trying very hard to beat the assembly line team.
We'll talk about the games. So.
Absolutely. We'll do that all next on the Junior Achievement Hour. I'm Harrison Arns pushing the 1s and 2s. We got host Keely Waters and Mike O'Neill in here with us. We'll throw it to break on Ticket Weeknights. See you guys on the other side.
You're listening to the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers, and if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Don't allow uninvited guests to take over your home. Trust Bats to Rats for a peaceful and rodent-free living space. The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. There are standards you have to meet, like a rich, decadent, moist caramel cake? Check. Bursting with too many large pecans to count? Check. Big enough to share with the whole group? Check. But delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on that one. The Southern Pecan Cake, the newest cake to the Beatrice Bakery lineup. Try it for yourself at Beatrice Bakery. Online at BeatriceBakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Register to win one of 4 $500 gift certificates from Graham Tire Company of Lincoln during their anniversary sale going on now. Instant rebates on Goodyear, Kumho, Hankook, and Nokian tires. Additional mail-in rebates on select Goodyear tires. Double your mail-in rebate when you use your Goodyear card. That's up to $260 savings on 4 select tires. Hurry in for the savings and your chance to win a $500 gift certificate given away to 4 lucky local winners. Graham Tire and Auto Service, getting you to the places that matter most.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today. A lot of businesses say that they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business feels anything but for your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, as they do with customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapeSupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Summer is near. Now's the time to clean or replace your furnace filter to get the most out of your AC. Find energy-saving tips at les.com/save-energy.
The Butchery by Venue is Lincoln's premier specialty grocers. Take the quality of Venue home with you with our hand-cut steaks, handcrafted burgers, and locally sourced offerings. Browse our wide selection of specialty products designed to enhance your dining experiences with cheeses, spices, sauces, and more. We also have an exclusive collection of liquors, whiskeys, and bourbons at prices you're sure to love. Stop in to the Butchery by Venue today, located in our Venue at Home storefront at 70th and Pioneers, just 2 doors down from Venue Restaurant and Lounge.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see areas of patchy fog this morning. Otherwise, we'll see partly sunny skies. The rest of the day, we'll see a high around 84. Tonight, a slight chance of showers. Otherwise, mostly cloudy skies are expected. A little around 64. And tomorrow, mostly sunny skies return with a high around 85. The meteorologist Kyle Clucker for 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com.
Now, back to the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome into the final segment of the Junior Achievement Hour. I'm Harrison Arns, pushing the ones and twos. We have host Keely Waters and Mike O'Neill across the table from me. And again, if you guys want to ask any questions, join the show. Starter Heyman text line 402-464-5685. And you can watch us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Allo Channel 951. Again, plenty of ways to catch the stream, put a face to the voice, and we'll have streams all night. So if you want to watch the ticket at 3 a.m., it's there for you. But again, appreciate you guys listening, and feel free to join the show as always. But nonetheless, we got a little bit of time here, a few minutes. I kind of want to ask, just get some favorite memories out, and then I'm going to ask you guys your elevator pitch if someone's on the fence thinking about being a mentor or a teacher, I should say, for Junior Achievement. So think about that. But before we get there, Mike, you said you had multiple. You had the donut. What was the other story? These fun activities for those who missed it. I asked them what are some of their more memorable, funnier experience they've had with Junior Achievements.
Like I said, the donut one was the one, because one, you're talking about second graders, but then they enjoy and they remember that donut project. Right. But other than that, I think we've talked about games, the games and competing. The things I've taught, it's those the kids get into into competing. Our stock market challenge has grown exponentially.
And what age group is that? Do you normally bring that in?
That's high school.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a one day they do 60 days of trading.
Oh, so you got a long period of that.
Well,
long.
Each day is what, a minute and a half?
Yeah, like it's only the morning for 60 days, so they're constantly trading as fast as they can. Like it's a very quick.
Each day lasts about an hour, lasts about a minute and a half, I think is what it is.
That'll get your adrenaline going. I could see how that gets competitive a little bit.
We had the top, like I said, we had over 150. We had around 150 teams this year. You said 900 kids.
Yeah, we had over 900 kids
Oh, man.
competing
And
it this year.
They were from across the state. The top 3 teams went to the national one.
Mm-hmm.
And did we have one that they?
Yeah, our Lincoln Southwest won the national one.
Shout out Lincoln
Yeah,
Southwest.
they represented well, and the top 3 teams were all in the top 10 nationally.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Team from Hampton.
yeah,
Oh my
Hampton,
gosh.
Nebraska, and UTAN
UTAN
was the other one that went from Nebraska. So like small town kids,
UTAN.
but
that's played them in football. That's C2. That's a very small town.
Mhm.
That's
well, and
impressive.
UTAN won our competition last year. So, and I think they were 3rd this year. So they haven't ever
Yeah.
been less than top 3. But yeah, it was
'Cause
crazy.
Hampton won.
Hampton won our
won the
local
Lincoln one.
competition.
Wow.
And the Southwest was second. So.
And then but they all placed in nationals, and I know that like that is not normal for the JA branches. So that was one thing we were like, yeah, all of our schools placed in the top 10.
I was
Like,
gonna say, I'm getting a little bit of ego boost about Nebraska. right
yeah,
now hearing
yeah, they
that.
really represented well for sure.
That's crazy. We got a bunch of financially literate kids
Yeah.
running around here in Nebraska. That
They
never
used
hurts.
to do that. The Titan that I used to teach, that's kind of dropped off a little bit. They used to have a national competition for Titan too, and we had one team that finished in the top. I think that was probably about 12, 13 years ago. Finished in the top 5 or 10. So.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Okay, so to wrap things up here, before we get out of here, I'm going to ask this for anyone who's listening on the airwaves or on the stream. They're on the fence. They don't know if they're necessarily ready to join Junior Achievement, or they have some doubts. Elevator pitch. What are you guys saying to kind of get them over the fence?
Your experience is worth listening to. I think that's a huge thing. So, like I said, the community members all having different backgrounds is what makes it really cool to have them in front of students. So, if you feel like you're underqualified, I guarantee you're not, because we have all of the materials for you. And I mean, I never taught in front of a classroom before I was a part of Junior Achievement. So, you have an experience that the kids can take something away from. And yeah, they're just kids. It's not as scary as what you would think.
Yeah, my working at a bank, kind of the financial part was, and plus I'm a numbers guy anyway. But yeah, you don't really get into numbers in Junior Achievement. It's just interacting with the kids. And it's 5 classes, 45 minutes each. It could be once a week for 5 weeks. Or some of them will do 5 classes in 1 week. You'll go Monday through Friday, and it's not a big commitment. And the upfront time to look at the packets and stuff can be as little as 5 to 6 hours tops. That's even me anymore after having taught.
Once you've done it kind of just becomes like, all right, look at it for 10 minutes and I'm ready to go. And
I got to just remember the order in which things are going and what I'm going to be doing the next time. So
Absolutely. All good things there. So again, if you guys are curious and you're really thinking about joining, Keely, where can they find you?
Lincoln.ja.org.
Heard it there first. Appreciate Keely and Mike for joining me here today for the Junior Achievement Hour. And again, be sure to check out the website or rewatch the stream, the show on theticketfm.com. We'll have the podcast up here probably around 8:30 or so in case you missed anything. Appreciate you guys listening. This has been the Junior Achievement Hour. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday night.